Professor Wroblewski, we respect you a lot, and it would be good if you can tell us about how lions around 210 countries and geographical areas help each other. Could you elaborate on this?
I certainly can. I think you'll find that when you first join a Lions Club, you think it's like any other club that you've joined. But once you get to know what we're doing, that word international, again, what the potential is from this little club over in Taiwan, the miracles that they can perform in countries and areas of the world where people are starving, they're hungry, and you, along with me and the fella in another country, we form an international group. We pool our monies with the foundation. We have doctors in our organization that represent every constitutional area. And what do? I'm sure you're aware of it. But if a foundation grant comes in asking for a set amount of dollars, and what the doctors do, they review every one. And they say, this can happen. This is an application that unfortunately sometimes is not the best. It's really someone that's trying to put in for, we have those people too, that looking for a grant that really doesn't have a true good project. What they're saying can't be done. So before we approve that project, we have the doctors from each constitutional area, our experts, especially in the eyes, because we've done so much with eyes. They will review them and they will propose that this one is good, this one is, don't do this one, and so forth. So then we send the money back to the people that applied for the foundation grant, and then they have the money to start, be it education, be it housing, no matter what it is. And whoever applied for it originally, they're going to know all of the needs because they would have asked for the help for those purposes to again. And I can't help but add, we even have people who are damn hungry. I mean, they don't have enough to eat. They have no water wells. And most importantly, I think, help to make them a living also. You know, it's one thing for you to give me some food, but you're not going to be around forever, and you're not going to get me food every day. I have to learn how to grow it. I have to make sure that we have supplies in our area. There's so many things that tie into internationalism, because what you do, what I do, what he does, it becomes international. We can get so much more done for any given project in the world if we work together. When I was president, I had a theme. My theme was, we serve better together. That's what my theme was. We serve better together. And I just preached that all over the world. And people caught on. It did catch on. And they were just doing exactly that. And again, once you invite a person in, they get to know what you do locally, because you have a lot of projects locally. Some Lions don't do anything besides local. Well, that's fine, that's up to them. But we have now the affiliation of all over the world. We have experts in medical field, no matter what it is. We have people that give us the advice, give us all their expertise, tell us how to do it, where to do it, when to do it. There's no way we can't be successful. And again, by working together. And this all starts, once you become a member, you have to have somebody in your club to educate new members. If you don't, oh, well, it's another dinner I'm going to, you know. And they get nothing done. And there's so many needs. You read about them, you hear about them. You see them on TV. There's some horrible situations out there. And I think as a lion, you don't get the satisfaction of being a lion till you get involved in just one project where you see it from the bottom, and then when you did your thing, you see it reach the top. You see them pulling with their pitchers full of water. You see them eating food. You see a little hut that's built where they didn't have anything. And I'm talking about countries in Africa and so forth. But hell, India, when we first started to go into India, if you landed at the airport, the majority of people were living in cardboard boxes all around the airport. They had cardboard boxes they'd get that they were throwing out, and they'd build a little hut out of it. Today, you don't see that anymore. But it took a long time to wipe that out. There's still places, predominantly in Africa or desert types of areas that don't have water wells, and it costs today a couple $1,000s to get a water well. And you start there. We had a training session. Somebody got the idea that this village in where was that? In India, I believe. They had no income. People were literally starving. They didn't know how to do anything because they had no education to speak of. They had no training. So what are you going to do with these people? What somebody had the idea to do was to go in there with someone that could teach sewing. They raised enough money to buy 10 or 12 sewing machines. 2 to start with, 1 to start with, just to train the people how to sew. Did no thing about it. And as they went on, they kept getting more. And then suddenly, some of these merchants would come in and say, okay, you do nice work, I'll give you, I'd like to have a dozen, 2 dozen, whatever. And they start getting some money in there and start doing a little bit. And I'll tell you, if you go to one of those villages in the beginning, and then after this project is over, and you go, you're going to say, I'm proud to be a lion. And I'm going to invite every one of my friends. You get the same self-satisfaction that it gives me.
Perfect. Thank you so much for the collaboration globally, since we are international.
That's right.
Yes.
Very, very important.
Yes. Thank you so much, Professor Wroblewski.
You're welcome.